All right. I often refer to all things Trump and Trump politically as a Trump show. If you think of it as a Trump show, it makes a lot more sense. In the first season of the Trump show, shall we say, there was a lot of setting up deals, and you see all these news stories and all these video clips of like the Sun, Don Jr. talking to a group of Asian investors about getting visas if they invest and blah, 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 and all that. Jared Kushner finding people to invest in 666 Broadway, which has been a money pit for him forever. That's appeared in various Trump investigations along the way. All sorts of stuff was happening. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there was a problem between the Trump administration and Qatar. It was big. Trump was pissed, and all of this, and this big press wave happened to paint Qatar, who is basically central command for all military operations in the Middle East, kind of an important thing, who we've had nothing but good relationships with. All of a sudden, Trump started talking about how there were funders of terrorism and all this other stuff, and just went on a rampage about Qatar because something behind the scenes was about to break, that they needed the Trump show to have an accurate looking storyline that the fan base would accept as fact. So what they did was they came up with this thing that they were funding terrorism and now they are the enemy, and we're going to pull out all of our military support from Qatar, which would basically bankrupt the country, because you're not doing and you're funding terrorists and you're just a bad people. So all the red people think all of a sudden automatically click Qatar is enemy, and they never were. Okay, it was just part of the Trump show, part of the storyline to justify what he was trying to do. So he was doing things like this.
Unfortunately, has historically been a funder of terrorism at a very high level.
Very high level.
And in the wake of that
Bigly
conference, nations came together.
Came together.
And spoke to me.
To me.
About confronting Qatar over its behavior.
Now, if you notice in his speeches, he'll give it away if you pay attention. If you're looking at it as a show, as a manipulated, written show, he will give it away. Like he just said, the other nations came to me. They came to him when the people they were dealing with, that they were having problems with, were evil motherfuckers that no one else could talk to. That's when they came to him, because those are his people. Now listen to this.
So we had a decision to make. Do we take the easy road, or do we finally take a hard but necessary action?
Because everything has to be Billy Badass to him. He's a tough guy.
The funding of terrorism. I decided.
Now, here's the thing. Soon after all that stuff and all those publicity storylines, the narratives that MAGA is so good at writing for the Trump show, and the bottom feeders that believe every word out of that orange-crusted mouth, there was magically a huge investment into Jared Kushner's business 666 Broadway in New York that he has lost money on since day one. It's been like the thorn in his side that no one wants to invest in for many reasons, beginning with 666 Broadway. But it fits to where he's coming from. Anyway, fast forward to today, and the gift from the Qatari royal family of a $400 million luxury castle in the sky is what they call it. And this is a gift that Donald Trump, his ego and everything he's about, cannot turn down. It's over the top. It's got spiral staircases inside the fucking jet. And he's trying to sell this storyline to his crowd like it's A, not against the Constitution and everything about the emoluments clause and what he's supposed to be doing as president, but B, try and swallow his bullshit sales pitch to try and make it sound like they're just doing the United States a favor. And, you know, it's going to take a couple of years for the new Air Force Ones to be built. So in the meantime, they're just going to give us this one. So it's not in anyone's way. They retrofit it, you know, put in the most top secret shit with the most top secret software on earth. All of the top of the line military stuff will go into this castle in the sky that Donald Trump will own with his new best friend, the tech wizard, who's so good at rewriting software, including voting machine software, somewhere along the lines of the 2024 election, allegedly. But this castle in the sky will be retrofitted to become Trump Force One, quote unfucking quote, representing our country, baby. And when he leaves office, it will be owned by the Trump Library that will have all the books he's ever read, which is 2, Mein Kampf and something else. And here's him trying to sell it yesterday at a press conference.
Get a 747 as a contribution to our Defense Department to use during a couple of years while they're building the other ones.
While they're building the other ones.
I think that was a very nice gesture. Now,
very nice gesture.
I could be a stupid person and say, oh, no, we don't want a free plane. We give free things. We'll take one, too.
You notice what he did right there? He fed the stupidity of the MAGA chuds, and he fed the arrogance of the we give too much away, it's about time other countries give back to the United States. He tapped into those primal emotions because he knows how to play his fucking base. The sad part about that is his base, who is swear up and down to be America First and constitutionalists, are forgetting that this is one of the most highly illegal things any president can ever do. Just ask Jimmy Carter and his brother, who wasn't even allowed to stay on the peanut farm as manager, because that's one step away from the president. That's what the emoluments clause actually means. And this is what the constitutionalist MAGA think it means. But listen to more of his sales pitch. It's fascinating how he knows the psychology of the ignorant.
And it helps us out. Because, again, we're talking about, we have 40-year-old aircraft.
40-year-old
aircraft. The money we spend, the maintenance we spend on those planes to keep them tippy-top is astronomical. There's
one of his tells. He tries to dumb it down to keep them tippy-top, the money we spend. But he's not mentioning it will cost billions and billions of taxpayer money to retrofit this air castle with the most highly whatever technologically advanced defense systems and everything else. Don't forget, Air Force One is basically the war room in the air. It can control everything. And we're going to allow something with that much technology just to go with this man, in particular, this man, will maintain ownership of something that, even if they disconnect all the software, I wonder if he has anyone in that business smart enough to redo it. You know, like voting machines. But anyway, listen to more of this bullshit.
I can't even believe it. So I think it's a great gesture from Qatar. I appreciate it very much. Of Qatar.
He knows his crew, ladies and gentlemen. He knows his red meat fans. The thing is, the problem is, they are the ones that are right now figuring out how bad he is for them. They are the ones that are right now figuring out their disability payments, their Social Security, their jobs, their health care, their education for their special needs children, or just their, veterans care. Thank you for your service, but if you voted for him, you gave your honor up at the door. God bless you. I wish you the best. But ladies and gentlemen, he's trying to justify the acceptance of a $400 million plane, like the stocks that he owns, the digital cards that are untraceable that he's selling to the 6 different crypto companies now owned by the Trump family, and everything being steered in the crypto world towards cryptocurrency, an intangible digital currency that technically doesn't exist. MAGA. You feeling it yet? Ladies and gentlemen, stay diligent, stay educated, and be kind. We are all in this together. And the mistakes he's making is pissing people off enough that even his deepest, darkest lovers are turning against him. Just wait till the military parade. God bless.